Hello friends, welcome to my new video. Today's topic is The Killer Inside, a Netflix docu-series. So, let's start. Surrounding the new Netflix limited docu-series, Killer Inside, the mind of Aaron Hernandez, began Tuesday at last, as people waited for the episodes to premiere at midnight. Whilst refreshing their Netflix every 5 minutes waiting for the Aaron Hernandez documentary, one Twitter user asked, while another replied, "This Netflix show about Aaron Hernandez is about to be late." While true crime as a genre has a sizable, enthusiastic fan base of its own, this dive into the charges against the former Patriots tight end has inspired the sort of immediate social media reaction typically reserved for stories that unfold episodically. I am thinking of Serial, for example, and how each week brought new information, tweets, and allegations. The mind of Aaron Hernandez does not fit that mold. Even if you are not at all a football fan, you are probably familiar with the general outline of the story. A talented 23-year-old NFL star's career is cut short after his 2013 arrest and conviction for the murder of Odin Lloyd. Then, while on trial for Lloyd's murder, he was also indicted for the 2012 double homicide of Daniel Diablo and Safiro Furtado. He was acquitted in 2017 of the double homicide, but days later was found dead in his cell of an apparent suicide. The story was told again and again, analyzed by both mainstream news organizations and sports-specific talk shows. A central question emerged in much of the converse: how could this happen? While the sport is a stranger to high-profile players being accused and arrested for abuse and violent crime, much of the country still defies positioning them as American virtues like hard work, persistence, and teamwork. That's why these narratives in which an all-American hero falls from grace get so much play. Because, as suggested by the title of the docu-series, people are eager to understand the psychology behind that fall. While there are prison phone call recordings of Hernandez, which are revealing of his post-arrest mental state, there is no single strong narrator through the docu-series, which leaves it feeling a little scattered at times. It has some of the cheesy elements that have come to be associated with cable crime dramas like this. But in a way, this mimics the stories that Killer Inside is telling, perhaps frustratingly. In the end, there is no single reason why Hernandez snapped. Much like the documentary itself, with its disparate amalgam of voices offering the player's life, Hernandez was a sum of his pieces. More compelling than the series itself is how eager fans, over 11,000 of whom have spoken about Killer Inside on Twitter. In the case of Hernandez, this series, which is an expansion of creator Jano McDermott's 2018 documentary, My Perfect World, Aaron Hernandez's story does not have a complete answer. One portion of the 3-episode series posits that the turn to crime came at the hands of domineering father who repressed Hernandez's sexuality, a checked-out mother, and the NFL that as an organization embodies a culture that would not allow Hernandez to live as an out gay man. Hernandez's queerness and denial are interesting plot points. Speculations about his sexuality had surfaced shortly before his death, though many definitive, never before cold accounts sidestepped that aspect of the player's life. Killer Inside puts a finer point on how living in the closest could have contributed to Hernandez's volatile mental state. It features interviews with Denis Sansuisi, a former high school teammate of Hernandez, who alleges they had a year-long sexual relationship. Girls did not hang out with the boys after school, so Aaron experimented, he said in the documentary. But perhaps Killer Inside takes an objective look at chronic traumatic encephalopathy, a neurodegenerative disease caused by head injuries, and how that changes or inhibits brain function and impulse control. Following his death, Hernandez, who was 27 at the time, was posthumously diagnosed that stage 3 CTE by doctors at Boston University's CTE Center. It was a shock to the football community. As the Washington Post reported at the time, Aaron Hernandez suffered from most severe CTE ever found in a person his age.